organized, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The cat and mouse who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. To kick us off, here's Justin Rohrwasser. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Play action. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Sanders has it over the middle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down of the process.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 38 yards.
And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Going up top for Kupp. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Hey, 5-0! Zero!
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 6 yards away. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Stafford looking underneath. He's got Akers. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Connor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, We step aside. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Connor up the middle. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Kaiser to throw it. Finds it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake. McCullough. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dwayne Smoot. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 1st down. McCullough. Going right side here, and that's complete. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off play action. McCullough. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Down inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Coleman. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. To throw on second down. McCullough steps away. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Bryson Hopkins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Play action now. Kaiser. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Able to find Pryor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Kaiser. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You know, this is the regular season part that we were talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Kaiser now after the fumble recovery.
That would complete to Bangleton.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Kaiser now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, McCullough.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing to start the drive. McCullough.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Rams.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Looking to throw on second down. McCullough. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell, 34 yards. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Wales 28, Jaguars 14. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, Kaiser.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run with Coleman on first down.
And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw on second down. McCullough.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. First week of the preseason, probably not to pass the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
They'll run here with Connor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play fake. Kaiser. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jags are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he loses the football a second time. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Off the play fake. McCullough. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
It's Coleman here. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Rams have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Off play action. McCullough. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jalen Guyton. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hold it ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw play, Coleman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just...
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Burn the nigga. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me